everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Metazoo UFO. We're also going to do this in relation to the recent video that Rudy from Alpha Investments dropped on his channel. So I want to talk about that. There's some things I inherently do not agree with. Now, just to be clear, right, I was a patron of Rudy from Alpha Investments. He talks a lot about Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, and he has a lot of collabs with Metazoo for his Rudy promos that come out, which are pretty cool. But there's also some things I do not agree with. And just to be clear as well, I also like Metazoo. I've done a lot of content on Metazoo, and I am here for the long haul. I am not giving up on it, but I think there's some things that need to be addressed for the community, so that way people do not waste their money and they are not blinded by what really is going on. I do not think Metazoo is going to fail. I think they have a strong team. They have Aoki backing it. There's a lot of hype behind it. There's a lot of big collabs out there. They're going to a lot of conventions. So there's a lot of reasons why I think Metazoo is going to be here for the long haul. But also, some things I don't like. I don't like the map pricing. I think map pricing, $139.99 for the booster boxes, is incredibly too high for the LGSs. It's turning off a lot of LGSs from wanting to sell this product. It's not just in America. I got people out here, rightfully so, in Europe as well, telling me that I have a storage full of inventory I cannot get rid of, and I lost a lot of money. So will this go up over time? Nobody truly knows, right? But what I will say, if Metazoo continues to grow its fan base over time, this product will be gobbled up and it will go up in value, but it has to go up, right? So Metazoo's fan base, I would not say it's not growing incredibly fast. It's really not, right? There was a lot of hype and there's a lot of big TCGs coming out right now. So that's a lot of competition. All of these indie TCGs, except for Metazoo, for the most part, is starting to die off. That's my opinion, right? So, but you also have very, very big TCGs like One Piece coming out. You have Disney's Lorcana coming out, and they're not looking to compete with the likes of something smaller like Metazoo. They're looking to compete with the big players. The big players are not even looking at Metazoo, but it really depends on what you like, right? I like Metazoo. I collect it because I like the card art. I like the artists. I like the collaborations. I like a lot of things about it, and it's just pretty cool to me. So I keep up with it, but I'm not going to sit here and BS you and say that Metazoo's UFO box is a great buy. I think a lot of people were very pumped for this product, and UFO missed the mark with that alien theme that we were looking forward to. So it kind of slowed down when it hit UFO. Wilderness has dropped, second edition has dropped. They're pretty much all at the same rate, right? They all jumped off of a cliff. And then when you look at Metazoo UFO, I seen somebody yesterday on social media posted they got 3 boxes for $130. That's a little bit over $40 a piece. That's a good and a bad thing, right? It's a bad thing for the LGSs and the sellers because what they probably got that box at in the beginning, but it's a great thing for the buyers. If you like Metazoo, it's a buyer's market. You really can't go wrong at $40 a box. You might pull an incredibly rare card out of the box, and $40 is probably a rock bottom price point. But for the LGSs, right, the map pricing is not good. $139.99 for this box on the open market, and instantly these boxes are going down to like $40 to $60. So you already lost more than 50% of your value. So you cannot profit with this. They still have to pay shipping, materials, taxes. You are not going to make any money. You're going to take a loss with this product unless you're an individual who could sit on it for years and take a gamble and see what happens with it. So he mentioned it's stabilized. Rudy did, but looking at this chart right here, it's hard to really tell because it went to about $64 right now, selling for $59.99, and it looks like it might be trying to move sideways, but honestly, it looks like it could still be moving downwards. So it's hard to tell from this chart right now until we see maybe a week or two from now to see where the box is headed. But like I said, I don't see it moving much more down than this, and it seems like, you know, Wilderness, second edition, and UFO is all right here in the same spot around the same price. Now, when you look at Cryptid Nation first edition, which is one of their coveted boxes, one of the better ones, right? It has also came down a lot in price. Cryptid Nation first edition is staying around that $400 region, right? About mid 400, and that's where it's starting to stick. And that's not a bad thing, right? That's a really good thing. The box is still expensive compared to when it first came out. I mean, $470 is not cheap. but we are a lot down from the high when it was like $800 to $1,200. So still really, really cool box, right? And the next thing we're looking at is Kickstarter edition booster boxes. Right now it says $7,000, but the market price is $5,141. It's also trending sideways right now. So this box is trending sideways. Now, the last thing we're looking at right here is just some Metazoo sales. So we want to look at the health of the market and see if the market is actually doing well. And we do see a lot of sales on a daily basis. A lot of it is just individual items. It's not really package items like boxes and stuff like that. We do have some blisters and stuff, some PSA slabs. We have a $50 neutrality totality aura, which is pretty good, right? We have a $28 blister, $24 slab, which is pretty cheap. That's pretty good right there, and $174 for a Wilderness First Edition Master Set with Pin Club. So there's some really great stuff in here, and it shows that the health of the market is still good. People are still buying Metazoo actively, and they're still interested in a lot of this product. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Now, the last thing I really want to touch on is just the other few things that he talked about, right? So one thing he talked about was that he got lucky. He got a UFO box, which was hollow heavy. Now, just to be clear, right, pretty much every box for UFO was hollow heavy. And that's because Metazoo had a lot of issues in the past sets where they were either clumping, which they still do, and they also had not a lot of hollows, maybe a lot of reverse in some of the booster boxes, and people were complaining. There was also a lot of issues with the spell books. So you can put that excitement artificially inside of some of these UFO boxes by giving people a lot of holographics where they feel like they're actually hitting stuff, but it's not really worth anything, right? It's not really worth much of anything. And the last thing that he touched on was that, you know, UFO is really rare because it's not selling. So that means that it's going to be worth more in the future. But we also have to understand, right, when you look back at Pokemon with the Golden Star era, these boxes were not printed a bunch because people were not very excited about Pokemon at that time, and all of that excitement was taking a nosedive. So today, those boxes are incredibly rare. But UFO, they still printed 100,000. People still got their allocations. Boxes are still collecting dust somewhere in somebody's closet. And eventually, this product is going to have to come out if Metazoo continues to grow. So to say that it's going to become incredibly rare, I do not think is the case because the product still exists. Now with Seance, they're trying to cut it in half because they realized that their base wasn't growing fast enough and they had to scale it back down. That way the product could go back up in value. That way, the LGSs want to continue to carry Metazoo because they're taking all of this a punch in the face and they're taking all of it at a loss. So let me know what y'all think, right? I would really like to hear your comments. Now, just to be clear once again, I'm all about Metazoo. I still like Metazoo, but there are some issues, right? There are some issues that need to be fixed. And pricing for LGSs and for the investors, collectors right now was not looking too good. So cool, right? You got some players out there. If you like the game, you want to play it, this is the time to buy. This is a buyer's market. Get your collections, get your cards, stack them up, have fun. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed the content. So I will be back soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later. Have a blessed day. Out.